In this mini-series, we're going to be exploring how to use Google Slides to create dynamic, engaging, and media-rich slide presentations, specifically looking at a proprietary format that we've developed and use here at DBS Institute, which we call eLectures. Google Slides is a free platform. All it requires is a Gmail account, and as we'll see, it has a really versatile and intuitive set of features that make it really easy to create effective learning materials. So let's take a look. To create a new slideshow, we're just going to come into Drive, hit New and choose Google Slides. This will create a blank presentation for us, and you'll see straight away that it's opened up this themes menu on the right hand side here, which is basically just a bunch of different pre-designed themes that we can use if you don't want to design your own or start from scratch. So this is quite a quick way of getting started. So let's just choose one of these now to give us something to work on. And this area, incidentally, although it's showing the themes at the moment, will often update with different menus depending on what we're editing at any given moment. But let's take a moment to orientate ourselves, and firstly we're going to rename this presentation. So we'll call this eLecture tutorial. And you'll notice that as soon as I do that, we're getting a little icon here showing that this has been saved into the cloud. And we can see the document status here. It says all changes saved to Drive. So with this being online, any changes that we make, we don't have to manually save. It's just going to automatically save from time to time whenever we make any changes. So we don't need to worry about saving or losing our work. We can also turn on offline mode as well if we want to actually be able to use the document and use it without an internet connection as well. We've also got an icon here to move the document if we want to, or indeed add it to our starred folder so we can find it more easily within Google Drive. We've then got our main file menus at the top here, some of which will be very familiar to you if you've used any of the Google platforms or indeed any kind of common word processor in terms of like the edit menu, particularly like undo, redo, copy and paste and so on. And then we've got a sub menu here where many of the kind of common tools and functionalities that we're going to be using regularly are located. On the left hand side, we've got our first slide here. If I was just to duplicate this, you can see now we have two. And so this area will be where we can navigate between the different slides that we design in our show. And then obviously we have the main slide here laid out where we can start to edit and add content to the slide. One menu that's worth considering here at this point as well is a new slide with layout. So we've got our title slide as the first slide within this, but then within this theme, they've also given us a section header, title and body, and lots of other different types of slide format that we can use, which should speed up the creation of our overall slideshow. So let's go ahead and also create a section header, for example. And you can see it's formatted slightly different. We can also create a title and body page, and perhaps a title only page as well. So if I want to start editing this, I can just click, as it says here, to add the title. This might be something like eLecture tutorial. And perhaps I'm just going to ignore that spelling. It's an unfamiliar term. And then I'm just going to put Chris Page here as me, the presenter. And then perhaps on the next page, we're going to be looking, we might call it something like video 1 orientation. And then on slide 3, perhaps we'll look at something like adding content, and then slide 4, something else like inserting images. And so we can go through like that. The reason I've just kind of rushed through that little bit there is because I just want to show you then, once we've designed our slides, how we're going to be able to use this as a slideshow. So if I just come up to here and click slideshow, it's going to load that slideshow for us. And then if I was delivering this lecture, I could then just use the forward arrow or perhaps a clicker to start navigating through my slides in the following way. I'm just going to press escape to leave the slideshow mode. So that's where we're going to get to. In the next video, we'll look at inserting and formatting images and text. So I'll see you in the next video.